right, there we go. Hello everyone, how's it going? Tim here, and this is building X with JS livestream. And since previous stuff didn't really work, as far as I could tell, I thought, hey, you know what? Let's just do something completely stupid. And today we're going to be building an extension for browser that tries to do anti-clickbait kind of stream thing, not a stream. So we're basically going to be trying to generate better titles for articles, right, on the links. This is kind of the idea. I was scrolling through Reddit and got annoyed by basically useless headlines, and you can tell nothing about the article, or when the whole article can be summarized in a title. So I was like, hey, this could be quite easily solved by modern machine learning techniques, right? So let's give it a shot. Hey Kenneth, welcome to the stream. Hey, okay, let me try to read your username. Stormansgal. Oh god. You gotta be somewhere from Norway or something, right? Stormansgalskap. I hope I am reading that correctly. Welcome back. I am live again, absolutely. I mean, there's been like third week now, so I'm getting back into the schedule and everything, getting there. Hey Kevin, welcome to the stream. So yeah, as I said, we're going to be building a browser extension. I'm guessing extension, yes, maybe. Yeah, I guess we would need extension because basically, as I said, I want to replace the titles of links that are kind of useless, right? And we're going to have two components. One is going to be the Python-based machine learning backend, I guess. We could try to find to see if there's like TensorFlow.js or something like this that is decent enough, but my guess is, in majority of times answer is unfortunately no. Python-based machine learning is still like miles ahead in front of JavaScript, but yeah. And then we're gonna have the extension itself, which will basically call our backend, ask it to generate a new title for URL, and then replace that title in the page, right? So let's create a new folder. Let's call it anti-clickbait extension. It's gonna be very original here, right? Okay, let me fire up the code. Dock it over here. Make it slightly bigger. All right. So what do we need? We need some Python code. So I'm gonna create a server folder. And we need an extension, right? I'm going to create an extension folder, extension. Yes, that seems correct. And yeah, I guess we need a README file just to be sure that we describe stuff later on so that I don't forget. No click, no bait. That's a good name, actually. I like it. That's pretty good. But you know what? We can rename it later. That's not a big problem. But yeah, that's a really good name. Okay, let's start with the server. So we're going to go, as I said, with the Python, right? So since Python machine learning is, very advanced and very easy to do nowadays, no small thanks to the Hugging Face people. Like, they are doing some incredible work there. And we're going to use it today. So I know basically two ways of doing what we want to achieve. One way is to use modern text summarization models, right? They are pretty advanced, and as far as I understand and as far as I've been told, they are basically, okay, let me just go to the docs and search here for text summarization. Yes. So yeah, the modern text summarization model are good enough for, or should be good enough for that. Like, this is one way of doing it, right? And the other way of doing it is actually, I guess, a bit more fancy. So using the language models, think GPT-3, right? But we're not going to be using GPT-3 because that thing is, it's actually gotten cheaper. They just announced the price cuts, but it's still quite expensive. So we are going to be using OPT model, and I think they should have... yes. So this is the OPT. If you never heard about it, is basically Facebook was like, hey, we're going to build our own language model that is as big as GPT-3, but we're going to make it open. This thing is completely open. You can just download and use it. Unfortunately, they do not provide like the largest one that has the same amount of parameters as GPT-3, so you have to explicitly ask for that, and I guess they vet it somehow. But smaller models, which should work perfectly fine for our case, at least for the demo, are perfectly usable. And well, yeah, if you want to run the biggest one, you need a very big computer anyway. It's probably not going to run on my machine. It's like 175 bill parameters. If I remember correctly, it's something like half a terabyte or something. So you need a very big machine to run this thing. We're going to be using a smaller one that is, I mean, we're going to see. So there is like 6 or 7 of them. Where's my models? There's my models. So there's 6 or 7 of them with different sizes. There's 125 mil parameters, 350. So I know for sure that 125, 350 is something we can easily run. We can probably run even 1.3 bill, but let's check. So that's like 2.5 gigs. We can try. We can try and see if my computer dies or stream dies. I don't know. We can see if that fits basically in the memory. Yeah, and the idea with the OPT-based or language model-based generation is that we fitted the text of the article and then ask it to say, hey, generate the titles for this article, right? And I tried sort of playing around with that, and that works relatively well. So we're basically going to build both approaches with summarization and with language model. And we're going to see which one performs better, right? Okay, so what do we need to do? Okay, I don't want to train anything. I'm 90% sure there's existing summarizers that are good enough for our case, because we're going to be working on news, right? And that's generic enough to basically have existing models. So summarization, there is 100% some existing model that is going to be podcast. Okay, so we need something like news summarization. Cobart, what is this? Where's the description? Of course, there's no description. Sometimes Hugging Face community contributed models are a bit of a pain in the ass to work with, because some of them have zero description of what it is, how it works. Or how you use it. Okay, so there is news summarization, but this one seems to be Italian, which is not exactly what we want. Is it? Italian language. Yeah, Italian language is not what we want. Okay, you know what? Let's do it this way. So we're going to say Hugging Face news summarization, right? And search it on Google. Unfortunately, Hugging Face search itself is not exactly great, so occasionally it is a lot easier to just search on Google and find related links. But that won't stop us. Base fine-tuned summarize news. Yeah, that looks like, okay, model cards. Google T5 fine-tuned on news summary data set for summarization downstream task. Perfect. That seems like a great model for us, right? So we can literally use it in... This is all it takes in 2022 to generate text summarizations with existing model. Obviously, if you have some very domain-specific thing going on, you will have to train your own, but in majority of cases, there's probably a model out there that exists for you, right? So I'm gonna throw in summarize pi over here and just throw in the text. And then we're gonna create OPT pi, and I'm gonna copy the... They had an example here somewhere that basically shows you how to work with it. Why is it... Oh boy, was it... OPT... They had a... So this is the documentation for OPT, but I'm 90% sure they had a doc for like a proper tutorial on how to use it. Well, apparently I cannot type. OPT model, yes. OPT class, okay, maybe that. Retrained model, not really. Yeah, okay, that's good enough for us. So we can use that. I'm gonna walk you through all that stuff in a second. Don't worry about that. Batch decode. Yeah, so there. We want the one with a decoder, right? So, okay, that's good enough. Right, so we got that. We need our app, which should be a server, right? So I typically, if I go with Python and I need to build a small API, I just use something like Bottle, because it's extremely simple and straightforward. Like, you literally don't need anything fancy here. in our case, we're just going to have two routes. One of them is going to be summary, and other one is going to be route OPT, right? Okay, index, we don't need any parameters. Let's call this one summary. This one is going to be OPT. Okay, now I need to remember how to return JSON, because I can never remember how to do things in Python, even though I use it daily for like machine learning things. My brain is just not working as well as it was some time ago. Okay, anyway, where was, okay, py bottle return JSON. Let me just do that. Yes, how do you return JSON? Dump s, right? You need to do from JSON import dump s, and then you do return dump s whatever you wanna dump, basically, right? So in here we're gonna say, okay, true or something. Okay, so in theory, if I whoops, I guess let me just copy this whole thing. Localhost 8080, that seems fine. So if I open this and go Python app py, and if we open a new window, let me make it bigger for you. So if we go http localhost 8080, was it? Right, yes, it was 8080. So we should be able to say summary, internal server error, name OK is not defined. Oh god, okay, right, it should be a string, right? Because we're talking Python. If I remember correctly. Yes, there we go. Okay, and then we should have an OPT route that also prints. Okay, cool. So this works now. Okay, so now let's do the summarization and let's do the OPT. So let's do the summarize first. So we got, okay, so we'll load the model, we'll load the tokenizer. There's our text. Maximum length is, I wonder if we need to pass maximum length or if we need to pass. Okay, you know what? Let's just, okay, now we need some test data to make sure this stuff works, right? So, I mean, Reddit is my go-to place of clickbaiting news. So let's see. There was a subreddit basically focused on clickbaity things. What was it? Saved your click or something? Saved your click. Exactly. There you go. I think this is a perfect place to pick stuff up. Okay, they use archive, which is not a big problem. But we don't get proper. So this is the editorialized titles from the people here who basically summarize it for. That's actually a very good way to collect a data set for training your summarization algorithm. But we can just go here. I wonder if I can. If I just kill this and if I say, okay, give me that link, right? Last update on iPhone 14. Yeah, that's like the most useless title ever, right? So it says that there is a new launch date, there is new software, new price, but they're probably somewhere in the text, right? And what we want is we want to have a title like this, that there is an event. Yeah, so basically we want to have this sort of a couple of sentences that summarize this, right? Okay, so how do we go about that? Okay, yeah, we'll probably need another part. So we need something that will fetch the article and remove all the garbage and only leave the text, right? So this is another point we need. Let's call it fetcher py. Okay, so I'm going to throw in the URL that is going to be our test URL. Now the thing is, I think Python has some sort of Python, I think it was like on fluff or something. Was it on fluff? Maybe abandoned. Oh no. Is there a better alternative for that? Statical extraction tool. Yes, okay. Right. So we need something that is not on fluff but a bit more modern, I guess. Okay, yeah, so now that's not what we want. HTML content extraction in Python. Yeah, let's try searching like that. Maybe there is something else. Main text content from pages using Python. I'm like 90% sure majority of this is just gonna be on fluff, but no, that is actually Trafila 2. What the hell is that? Okay, let's see, what is this? Python package and CLI tool designed to gather text on web. I remember Mozilla had a project like that as well, so maybe we could use that. HTML text. Oh, whoa, okay. They even have some evaluation here. That is very fancy. So accuracy and F score. Okay, so it has the highest F measure and highest accuracy. What else do I need to see? That's it, done. We're taking that. The moment you show me an evaluation section with F measure, accuracy, and precision and all that business, and if you are even slightly decent in comparison to other tools, does it actually have an unfluff or anything else? No, it doesn't. Interesting. Yes, they don't really compete with that, right? Okay, you know what? We're gonna go with that. So let's take that. Okay, installation. So we probably pip install. That is, what is this name? Trafilatura. Does that mean anything? Is that actually a word or is that just? Okay, that's what is it? Italian. Okay, what is it in English? Wire drawing. Oh, okay, I see. Now it makes sense. It's just a different language. All right, cool. So we installed it. How do we use it? Getting started. That's what. Okay. How to open? I mean, I don't need to open command line. I would like to use it as a package. Screenshot usage. Yes, usage is what I want with Python. There we go. URL downloaded, fetch URL. Oh, it even has the fetch utilities. That's very convenient. Okay, cool. So we fetch URL, extract. All right, so there's our URL. Okay, download it, result, extract. Okay, let's see. That is, I mean, sometimes Python packages are just incredibly awesome. It's like, right, I am in the wrong thing. So let's go here, Python fetcher py. And yes, it does extract it and it does it very well. Like that is, okay, well, there's some garbage in the form of read next, which is, I guess, should be fine. We'll see. All right, so cool. So then we say, okay, def get, what is we, I guess, get main content. I'm just going to stick to, what do you call it? The camel, no, is that camel casing? Yeah, it is camel casing, right? So I'm going to stick to camel casing. And we're going to say get URL, okay, and then we're going to say return result. So this is going to get our main content from URL, right? Okay. And then I guess let's just create a new script. Let's call it tpy. That's my favorite thing of calling the temporary things. So we're going to say from fetcher import, what did I call it? Get main content. So we're going to say content equals get main content URL, right? And then basically we're going to have, okay, from summarize import summarize text. Let's just be a bit more explicit and then say, okay, summarize text content. So this is what we want to summarize results. And then here, we need to change this a bit, right? So we need to define a new function. There's going to be summarize with OPT. Let's call it this way. So there's our input text. And so prompt is the text. So we need to build a text here, right? So it's got to be our, so prompt is going to be text plus, which means we put in the whole article, right? And then we say, okay, that's line break. And then we're going to say suggested titles for the article, for the text above. Let's try this way. I'm not sure if that will work, but we'll see. So basically with language models, you have to sort of figure out the correct prompt to make it work. Now the problem is max length. So basically when you give anything to models, you tell them, hey, use this max length when you return the result, which means that, we have to, this is something we will have to tweak as well. And 30 would probably not be enough here. So that's, I think we're going to have to do length text plus 50 or something like that. So we want a short-ish title, but not too short. And then we're gonna say result is yes. I mean, we can just go with results and then return results. So when you batch decode, it will basically give you n suggestions. I don't know, defaulted like 5 or something. So we are gonna go with that. Okay. From OPT import summarize with OPT. Okay, and then OPT results, and it's gonna be content. Yes, I cannot type apparently. Print. It's just print all these things. Summarize results and whoop, OPT result. Okay, I am honestly quite curious if that will work at all, because I mean, in theory, it should. Like, theoretically, summarization models are good enough. Language models are pretty advanced. The only question is basically, I guess if it will work together. No, wait, sorry. TPy is what we want to run. And there is, what are we breaking on? Dependency version check. Get ver is none. Okay, what is this? From summarize. Okay. Hey Donna, welcome to the stream. Thank you. Okay, let me see. So what is happening? Is that model not public one? No, that should be public, right? We just found it over here. Yes, that is indeed a public model. So Python 3 summarize py. Yes, and this throws, okay, pip install transformers. Am I not at the, no, I am. Oh, there is some Python errors. Oh no. Oh no, okay. That is not very good. A few weeks ago, I guess, I've updated to Ubuntu 22, and that broke a lot of things for me, even inside the VSL. Oh god, okay, oh no. How do I fix that? Oh boy, alright, that is not very good. Cannot install package, no such file or directory. Let's... Right, shall we fix some Python errors? Why does Ubuntu major updates are always such a pain in the ass? Okay, could not install package due to OS error. Error number 2. No such file or directory. Okay, let's see metadata. Yeah, maybe that's... Okay, I mean, we could... So in theory, I could just create a local venv, right? And then we can just install everything there. But, like, come on. I don't want to install, like, 35 different transformer packages and download 35 different transformer models because they are big. Yes, there you go. SR number 2. And exactly the same on Windows laptop. 260 character limit. That is not a problem. Pip install user. Is that because of the sudo? No, that cannot be sudo. Wait. So there is the... I mean, we can just try to do that. Show... okay, owner dot local lib. So just change. Did something screw up my permissions? Is that just what happens? No, that is not it. Okay, so it's not permissions. It's not Windows problem. What else could it be? Pip install, upgrade pip. Yeah, okay, we did that. Pip upgrade actually works fine, so that's not the problem. Can I just... Okay, you know what? Let's try stupid approach and let's do this. If I just do that and kill that package, right? And then try to install again. Ah, there we go. Now it installed. Okay. Python summarize. Are we good now? There we go. Okay, so I guess something got corrupted along the way. So this is gonna pull the models. I mean, obviously it's not gonna run anything. It seems like it's still could not instantiate the backend tokenizer of tokenizer, slow tokenizer. You need to slow tokenizer to a fast one. Wait, I thought okay, so I thought that should have worked fine because the example was from here, right? There's our example. Let's try that again. Okay, summarize text. Yeah, that's exactly the same, right? So why is it not happy? Tokenizer, yeah, so it seems like it cannot instantiate tokenizer. I guess maybe difference between versions, which is mildly annoying. News summary. Okay, is there a different model? Okay, models, summarization. Let's just do it like this, right? And then most downloads. Bird large CNN. I mean, I guess we can just use bird for that. That sounds like the most straightforward thing, right? So this one is trained on CNN, which is okay-ish, I guess. So it's not as diverse as like a proper News Corpora, but should be fine. There's also DistillBart, which could be good. Yeah, I guess, you know what? Let's just go with bird, because apparently the model we found, this T5 fine-tuned one, is not really working, which is unfortunate. So I guess due to changes in Transformers library versions is just breaking basically. Okay, kill the article. We are gonna redefine the function. Summarize text is gonna be text. Okay, we're not gonna print, we're gonna return it. Text, and then we're gonna say max length. Okay, it's gonna be 130. Okay, I guess we don't really care about those things. All right, so let's, yeah, this will have to. Okay, now here's the question: is the model big? Am I gonna die waiting while it downloads? Let's see. 1.5 gig, 2 gigs. Okay, not too terrible, but not amazing as well. But I guess it's fine. Like, my internet is decent enough. Let me know if the stream is getting too choppy. Hopefully not. Okay. But yeah, that should be fine, right? So we got that. Okay. And theoretically, it should exit without any errors. 1 bit. One bit what? You meaning 1 bit model? That would be, I mean, if it would work, that would be amazing actually. But I think we're quite far away from that. Okay, so this works a bit. Oh, 1 bit choppy. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood that. Well, hopefully it now downloaded 1.5 gig of stuff. We no longer need to download anything because I already have OPT loaded, which means that if we run tpy, it should start working. And unless it kills my computer with loads, the stream should still be fine-ish. Let me just open the stream analytics over here just to see if. Okay, it says excellent, so hopefully it's good. All right, there we go. So fetching works. Okay, Apple iPhone 14 is expected to be released on September 7. Rumors suggest they had. Yeah, there you go. Okay, summarization actually works really well. Now I'm curious as to how the OPT will work. We're gonna see, and that was actually very fast as well. So that is like, maybe we don't even need the OPT model because maybe summarization is more efficient. Yeah, the OPT is definitely going to be slower because it will have to understand the context of the whole article, right? And only then generate the response, basically. Oh boy, yeah, that's going to take... On my machine, that's going to take some time. Basically, have to load the whole thing, then process it, and then try to predict what's going to come next, right? But summarization is like very good. That's just spot on. It is not one sentence, but okay, question. TensorFlow.js summarization. Is that a thing? Like, is there like a BERT models for browser? Models and layers. Sequential, summary, line length, positions. Okay, that is too complicated. Is there a simple way of doing it? Okay, that we don't need any of that anymore, right? Okay, we're gonna save you the click. Oh boy, that thing is still going. Show me htop. How bad is this? Okay, my CPU is too. Right, yeah, that's language models for you. Even the small one is just bonkers heavy. Okay, where is it? Container D, no, that's not what I want. Yeah, that's the Python. So, and there we go, there it is. Yeah, you can see the language model working over here. It's like half of the cores are just maxed. All things considered, I mean, we did throw in a very large text and try to predict like a title for it, which is, oh, guy, okay, oh, what is going on? Index out of range. Oh no, okay, I guess I screwed up with the config, but right, that is, oh, guy. Okay, so here's the question. My guess would be, I mean, we could try to make it work, but my guess would be that basically trying to do it this way is probably gonna be not very good, right? Because, okay, if we input IDs, yeah, so we did that, we did generate, we got to return results. Yeah, that seems like it should work. So if we, okay, let me just kill this summarizer. Let me kill everything, and then we're just gonna say content. Okay, I'm just gonna copy the content from the console because I mean we already have it, right? So we're only interested in seeing if the OPT delivers. I mean, it should in theory produce something, but yeah, the time it takes for it to doesn't seem like it's justified to use it for this task. I wonder if the results are gonna be good, but we're gonna find out in a second. Okay, anyway, I was looking if there, whoops. TensorFlow, no, TensorFlow is what I want to say. Text summarization. So let's see how to run text summarization with TensorFlow. No, I don't want to run it with TensorFlow. There are better ways of doing it in Python. There are JavaScript. I am interested in JavaScript text summarization using TensorFlow. Node summary, naive. No, naive text summarization is nowhere near as good as what we can get from modern language models or modern summarization models. Like that stuff is just, transformers change the way the text processing works. Summaries for HTML or text. No, 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 no. Based on sentence extraction. No, that is also not interesting. Okay, yeah, so seems like most of what is available out there out of the box is like, hey, we build this naive. Yeah, okay, there's also Python. So it seems like the easiest way to go would be just to take that summarization model and use that, right? I wish there was an easy way to just like convert it to WebAssembly or something. I mean, I guess, okay, so what, how big is this model? That is from Facebook as well. Man, they are doing so much cool stuff in machine learning community. Right, it was like 2 gigs. Okay, maybe putting that into WebAssembly is not a good idea. Okay, can we get some results, or are we gonna get index out of range in self? Is my OPT model corrupted as well? Is that what's going on? Because that might be the case if the Python installation basically screwed itself when updating to latest Ubuntu, but let's see. So, okay, meanwhile, while we're waiting for that, what we can do, we can just take that, right? And we can just throw it in here. Okay, I'm gonna not use OPT for now. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically do this, right? So we're gonna get a URL from request. We're gonna get content, we're gonna summarize, and then we're gonna dump string a summarized result. Or maybe we don't even need to do that. Wait a second. What is, yeah, okay. So there is definitely something wrong with my OPT instance. Not sure what is going on. Okay, so this is summary text and it's an array of things. Okay, summarize text. Well, my muscle memory is just wants to write JavaScript. Okay, first summary, let's just go like this. Summaries from 0, right? And then return first summary, and then it was, what was it called? Summary text. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so that in theory should be all we need, right? Okay, let me quickly test this. So OPT for I guess, yeah, it's like I need to probably wipe cache and reinstall a bunch of packages to make it work. And how fast is, like, this was relatively fast last time, right? So after fetching the text, it was actually like a few seconds-ish. Again, I'm running it on my local machine that also runs like a whole bunch of things, and my GPU is loaded with the fake green screen thing. Yes, that seems to be working as expected, essentially. Cool. So we want, yeah, okay. I guess let's just stop on that. Unfortunately, I mean, I really wanted to see. Well, I mean, I guess we can. So where is? I guess we can kill the model. I think it lives in a cache, right? Python. No, not PyPoetry. The Hugging Face, probably over here. Models. No, not modules, dataset, modules, transformers, and it uses IDs. God damn it. Okay, how do I force? I mean, we could just go for a smaller one. Maybe that works. Okay. Obviously, results are not going to be as good, especially for longer sequences. But that is 125 is the smaller one. I think I also have it downloaded, so we can try that. And then if we go over here and do summarize with OPT, let's see if that works. So yes, I do have it downloaded. Hopefully it wasn't corrupted at some point as well, because that would be unfortunate. Theoretically, it should consume way less resources because it is like 2 times smaller. And should be also faster in generation, but obviously less accurate, right? Because less parameters. Now the question, will that work? There's also a possibility that I'm doing something wrong, but I mean, we copied the yeah, let's see. Let's just let me think. Hugging Face OPT tutorial. They did have a tutorial because I remember following it. No, this is the documentation, right? So this is, yeah, you got the models, you got the casual LM. Train GPT-2 tokenizer. I mean, we don't really need GPT-2 tokenizer. Okay, this is sentence classification. Am I using the wrong class to do that? Hold up a second. For casual LM, so this one is, they don't have any descriptions here, but yeah, I mean, this seems like it should, because it does predict what comes next, right? And there's also an index out of range error. Okay. Give special tokens, clean tokenization. No, that is perfectly fine. So why are you? Why is it? Oh boy. Okay. Why could it be? What is going on? Okay, let's see. So yeah, no, this should be fine. The length, and we could try to go with a preset length. Maybe that is the problem. I'm a bit confused because we have similar-ish code that we used in our code base and worked fine, and I'm now not sure why is it erroring out. Okay, what if I error index error? Okay, so what was the? Oh, did I? Yes, that is right. Okay, so I guess my max length calculation was a bit off, and I've asked for too much stuff, right? So okay, let's say we want, yeah, 50 max tokens should be enough, right? So if we do that, okay, so in theory the prediction should now be a whole lot faster, because before I guess something was off with the length of a string. So oh yeah, right. Oh man, I'm an idiot. I'm trying. So yeah, I basically, so it expects max length to be in tokens, right? But I provided a length of a string, and the string length is usually larger, like by a big amount than length in the tokens, which means that it tried to generate a prediction that was probably the size of the text itself, which is probably why it just died, because there's not enough resources in my computer. So yeah, okay. But now we need to, so we're only interested in this bit, right? It seems like it generates, seems like the title it generates is just as bad as the one the articles were provided. Okay, let's see. Results, yeah, so we want results from 0. So we actually want to do that. And then we want to say, okay, result text, and then we want to say result is result text. We want to replace prompt, right, with empty text. So we're going to kill the input that we provided. We want to only see what the model added there, right? We're only interested in that. But it seems like with this prompt, it provides pretty terrible titles that are equal pretty much to what the to what the original authors of the article clickbaity title made, right? Yeah, okay, so I predicted it like a few times, which is okay. So, but that also means that we can go back to 350M model, which should be fine. 50 tokens is okay, and then let's try suggest titles for the text above the article. Maybe let's be like even more specific. I'm kind of curious how much it will change the result. I find it absolutely fascinating that, you know, depending on a few words that you change in an input to language model, you can get completely different results. I'm also curious, why does it output the same result multiple times? Hey Kepler, welcome to the stream. Right, that is not different at all, and seems like it's actually very similar. Okay. What if we adjusted for let's go something like that, maybe a bit more line breaks, and then no, we are not hacking anyone today. We are trying to build an extension that will generate a proper titles for articles that are clickbaity, so that we don't have to, you know, see inside the article if there's something interesting for us or not. So yeah, okay, that is not helpful at all. No, okay, so language model apparently is not very good at, okay, you know what? Let's see, I'm kind of curious. Short summary for the, what if we ask it for the summary? Hey Danger Champ, welcome to the stream. Okay, but yeah, it seems like language model will take way too much time to achieve what we want instead of summarization. Seems like summarization is even, I mean, it is, I mean, I don't know if it's faster actually at this point. That is not a summary. Yep, language models are, I guess, yeah. Does this use Bloom? That's, I mean, as far as I know, language models do not really use Bloom, right? So, but I am by no means a machine learning expert. I am a machine learning, what you would call a machine learning engineer. Like, I know how to take things and use them and make them work. But I only vaguely understand how they function, essentially. I have like a, you know, naive understanding of the black boxes that whatever the models I'm using are. And I know what to put in and I know what comes out. And that's basically my extent of knowledge. All right, so yeah, the best result we got was suggested title for the text above, right? But that was it. And it wasn't even close to what the summarization did. So that was like very poor title. Doesn't seem like an easy task. No, I mean, it's, so that's the thing. In 2022, it is extremely easy. And I mean, I'm just sitting here trying to see if language model, GPT-like language model, in this case, OPT, will produce something interesting. That doesn't seem like it does. But yeah, so the summarization model that we found and used from Facebook, where's my summarize? Yeah, there you go. So there's the Facebook BART large CNN model for summarization. This works exceptionally well. Like you throw in a garbage text and it immediately gives you out, without clickbait, the most important facts from it in like 2 sentences, which was very cool to see. Yeah, okay. So OPT doesn't work. We're not going to do OPT. I'm gonna kill that because that just doesn't function. So we're gonna stop on summarization, right? So we have our summarize thing. We're gonna kill that OPT route. We don't need that. You never seen that happen. That never happened in the first place. Okay, so we got that, and all right, we need to actually need to get the URL from request, right? So pi bottle request body, yes, that's what we want. I never remember how that stuff works. Request body, no, I don't need raw request. I need JSON content. Base request JSON, some request, yeah, I mean, if it's, yeah, okay, so we need to send application JSON. And this is query, so this is from request. Yeah, okay, so we need to from bottle import request, if I remember correctly, and then there's gonna be request JSON URL, if I remember correctly how to use that. So we're gonna see in a second. So we're gonna start our app. We don't need htop anymore, and then I'm gonna say HTTP summary, and then we're gonna say, oh boy, okay, how do I TLDR npx TLDR HTTP? That is another thing I never remember, is how to properly send post requests with, well, pretty much any CLI, because it's super confusing all the time. A post request with is that send JSON by default or not? Okay, let's see. And we, oh yeah, I deleted that. That was a mistake. Do I still have the URL in my I should have it somewhere here, right? And no. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Cool. My clipboard history saved me. Okay, so in theory, I think it should properly escape it, but let's see. And okay. Oh, why am I sending it to OPT? No, that should not be OPT. It should be summary. Is it summary? Yes, it is summary. Not allowed. Oh, right. God damn it. I haven't defined it as a post method. That is absolutely correct. Okay, we don't need that anymore. Post. App routes. I think it is app. I think this is what we want to do, right? If I remember correctly. Let me see. Okay. No, why are you not up yet? Oh, it's loading. It's probably loading the model. Yes, there we go. I keep forgetting. And dict object has no attribute URL. Right. That is how you read it, I think. And let's just print out the intermediate results just to see the content, just to see that the steps, if they work. Okay. In theory, if I set up everything correctly, we should actually see the summary as a result of that URL call. And yes, it works, and we should see the summary back here. Perfect. That works surprisingly well. Just look at this. Like, this is insane. It's still, like, working with machine learning in 2022 blows my mind. Every day I use it. Like, even though I already know what models are capable of, you just use stuff and it's like, hey, here's some magic. It works. Well, obviously not magic, but you know, you get the idea. Okay, cool. So we got that. CD into that. Git add server. No. We're not gonna commit that. Git reset server. By cache. Yeah, we don't want cache, right? Yes. Echo cache into git ignore. So we are gonna ignore that. Thank you very much. Add basic Python server that provides summarization using transformers. There we go. That's what we want to do. Hey, my tennis, welcome to the stream. It is indeed a pretty cool topic. Again, I am blown away by how well this thing works. And it's on my, so it's like we're not using any fancy server or anything like that. It's on my crappy machine and that works mind-blowingly good. All right, so now we're coming to the extension part, right? So I got the server running. Now we need an extension. Okay, dumb way of doing it is save dual click is what we want to open. Dumb way, well, yeah, okay, that's not what we want to open because the titles are already correct. So we need a clickbaity subreddit. They're like a clickbait subreddit or something. Clickbait IRL. Clickbait. No, that does not look good. I mean, we can just go to like tech news or something. Yeah, technology. This tends to have a lot of like very iffy articles. Huawei CEO reportedly puts company in survival mode, which, I mean, okay, this is still descriptive. Congress admits UFOs not man-made. So, yeah, this is clickbait. Okay, cool. I want to see how this is gonna get unclickbaited. Okay, let's open that. All right, let's see, extensions. Right, so okay, next problem is manage extensions. Next problem is we need to load an unpacked extension, but it is inside of the VSL. Here's the question, can I actually load it? Hey guys, welcome to the stream. It's going pretty good. I mean, missed it due to stand-up. Yeah, I can kind of relate to that. Although I did miss a few stand-ups recently because it just was doing something and completely forgot there were calls, and that felt horrible. Okay, let me think for a second. So we want to developer mode. Yes, load unpacked extension. I think it should load it from VSL, but okay, we're gonna see. So essentially, okay, let's see Google Chrome extension tutorial. We're gonna take, yes, get started with extensions. So we create manifest JSON. So extension is gonna be extremely simple. What I wanted to do is basically just inject itself anti-clickbait. Oh yeah, wait a second. There was an amazing name from Storm. No click, no bait. That is perfect. I'm going to be using that. No click, no bait. Yes, there we go. Anti-clickbait extension. Right click on the file and open it. Yeah, I mean, so basically I have, you can basically do Explorer exe and then just do that, and this will open an Explorer in there. I have it aliased to open, so if I just do open dot, it will, I screwed up. Open dot, it will open that folder, so theoretically we should be able to load that. We'll see how, what do you call it? How Edge likes it, but yeah, okay, so right, so that should be loadable already, it says, right? So we should be able to load unpacked, and then I'm gonna open this, and we're just gonna copy this path and then try to load it from, I mean, theoretically this counts as a network folder, right? Select folder. And yeah, no click, no bait version 1.0. It did load it, cool. So, okay. We do not need a background worker. We do need action pop-up. We do not need a pop-up. So we need a content script, right? And we also need probably permissions. Okay, so we need permissions that are gonna be right. There is no autocomplete for that, of course. They didn't bother to create active tab scripting. Okay, we need some permission list. Programmatically inject content script. Inject content script. Okay, we're gonna get to that. Okay, manifest Scripting, API reference. Okay, permissions is what we need. Permission request chip, permission for web API, declare permissions, and yeah, declare permissions. There we go. That's what we want, right? So we want tabs, bookmarks. Well, we don't really need any of that. We want request extension can be granted permissions to the active tab specification. I guess we do want active tab question mark. Okay, let's see. So we basically essentially just want to inject the content script that will go through the whole page, find all the A links, and add a button to them that says summarize, right? Okay, take next step, overview. Right, content scripts. There we no, oh, god damn it. Why would you be like that? Okay, understanding content scripts. Yes. Is there inject scripts? Yes. Declared statically or injected yeah, declared statically is what I want. Inject static declarations. Okay, perfect. Content scripts matches. Right, so this is what we want to do. And okay, matches. Can I just say, hey, inject into everything? We don't care about CSS. Content script.js, right? And then console log hello from no click, no bait. Man, I love that name. It's just so good. Okay, now if we reload that, would that work? And then I'll go here, inspect this. There's probably going to be a ton of Reddit garbage here because they love to put stuff in here. Hello from no click, no bait. Cool, that does work. Okay. Which means that now we're basically done, right? So what we need to do here is we say document hot event listener. Oh god, it's been so long since I wrote any document-based JavaScript. DOM content loaded is what we want, right? Function on content. Now here's the thing. I don't know if that is sufficient. Because like majority of the modern websites are dynamic, right? And the content can be added later on. So we may need to watch for other stuff. So we're going to have function find and enrich links. So const links documents query selector all. So we literally just take all the links. Well, not, yeah, I mean, we do take all of them, but we're basically only interested in the external ones, right? So const current domain is going to be window location host. I mean, I guess we could go with href or something. And now we're going to go for const link of links. Is that iterable or not? Or do I have to expand it? Okay, let's see that like that. Console log link get attributes href is what we want, right? And then console log, so current domain. Okay, all right, I should probably run that. Find and find and enrich links. Okay. We'll probably just rerun this on whenever there is a new content. So I believe there's like mutation event or something along those lines. No click, yes. Oh, right, I need to reload the extension. Right, that is what I forgot. That is one of the most annoying things when developing extensions, the fact that there's no like hot reload or anything like that. And it doesn't seem to have, no, it did updated it, but it, yeah, right, okay. So this is the problem is, I'm guessing, wait, but we should still see content script. Okay. I guess that event is not getting triggered. I wonder if load will be triggered. Is it already injected after the page loaded? So that's why it's not triggered correctly. Come on. Okay, so essentially it seems like we don't even need that because the script is injected after the page is loaded by default, right? So this thing is executed already after everything is rendered, or at least some parts are rendered. There we go. Okay, so this works. Okay, and then there is our, yeah, so we got reddit.com. Okay, yeah, so I guess we need to, what we need to do is const URL. I'm gonna create a URL from that href, right? And then we're gonna say window location host. And then we're gonna say if URL host not equals to current domain, right? Hope you don't get PeopleSoft banned due to many requests at once. No, I mean, that shouldn't be a problem, right? Like the thing is that we need, so you need to, there should not be any requests at all unless there is an explicit user action, basically. Okay, so console log, let's see, URL, href. All right, so it basically should now log only external links if I didn't screw anything up. And it did not log any. Invalid failed to construct URL. Okay. How do I... Okay, so I guess if you just give it slash something, it will not work, right? How do I... MDN URL. How do I construct a URL from new URL and then you pass the base? So in theory, we could do that. Would that work? Okay, question. Let me just, okay, let me make the, whoops, no, that's, no bigger Reddit. So let me make this a bit bigger. So, okay, so if we do a new URL and then just go HTTP, I don't know, google.com, that should work, right? Yes, that works. If we go new URL and we just, no, that is the wrong button. Oh no. Okay, we're good, we're fine, we're totally fine. Hi cat, what are you doing? Okay, and if we go new URL slash test, this will throw, right? But if we do HTTP google.com, it will work. Okay, and if I do HTTP reddit.com, so this will be constructed as Reddit. Okay, so it ignores the base URL if it's an absolute one. Got it. What terminal are you using? This is the what do you call it? The official one, the Windows terminal. So the official one from the Microsoft, basically. I think it ships with Windows 11 now by default. All right, so what we need to do is we need to say new URL link, and then here we say window. Okay, now I need window location origin. Yes, origin is what we want. Come on, location origin. I think it's better to basically compare origins, right? Current origin, because that's just it's gonna be easier on us here. So just origin, and then here origin. Okay, cool. So in theory, if I refresh that now, there are errors. Well, okay, yeah, that should not be an error anymore. If I reload that. Yes, I am sure. I mean, I'm using the VSL, so I'm using the Windows subsystem for Linux that is running Ubuntu. So this is Ubuntu 22, whatever inside of VSL 2, which is technically, it runs a Linux kernel, right? So the VSL is, well, VSL 2 architecture is absolutely fascinating. And if you haven't heard about it, I would recommend reading about it because it's a really cool read. Okay, yeah, there you go. Okay, JavaScript void. Yeah, we need to exclude that as well. But how the? Wait a second. What is the URL? JavaScript void. What is the URL of that? So we say JavaScript void, right? And then we say window location origin. Origin null. Yeah, but here it says origin null. How the hell? Oh, right, because it's not. Yeah, okay. So we need to say that origin is not null and origin is not current origin. There you go. URL. Yeah, okay, let's do it this way so that it's a bit more apparent in the logs. Yes, I am using VSL. Like that's using Linux for software development, in my opinion, is just a lot easier and a lot nicer than using Windows. So I am just relying on VSL basically. Okay, W and V. Yeah, I mean, I think it's Skia. It's a German and also partially Russian thing, I guess, because the Germans also pronounce V or W as V, and Russians do that. And well, I mean, a lot of the Slavic languages do the same thing because nobody can be bothered to say W. So in Russian or whatever Ukrainian, it's actually www dot whatever. So you would say it this way. But yeah, it's an old habit that is very hard to kill. Okay, so if we use origin, it doesn't quite work. Say BMW. Yeah, I mean, the Germans say BMW, right? And I know that it is BMW, but it is BMW. And Germans, Russians, Ukrainians all say the same. So no, I'm not gonna say BMW because that's way too many syllables. Okay, we're gonna go to current host because I think that should filter out all the subreddits or subdomains because we have this old and adds. Okay, clear that, go back here, reload this, reload that. In theory, we should now see one link because there's only one link to this. No, it is not. Okay. Right, so origin is not null. Host is not current host, but what is... Oh, because the host is the whole thing. How do I get the top level host from the URL? Yeah, so the host is ads.reddit.com. Can I get this top level host? Probably not, right? Oh boy, pronounce it the same as you. I mean, as I said, I think a lot of like the Eastern European countries, they also do that because nobody can be bothered to say BMW. The goal of extension is to take the link and fix the title of the link so that it's not a clickbait garbage that is incomprehensible, but actually a proper summary. Okay, but you know what? We can make it. I mean, we can make it even easier, right? Well, that's not gonna be. Oh boy, how the hell do I do that? So we want to filter out subdomains of the current domain as well, right? So host is www.reddit.com. Is there a way to get... No, not host. I want the whole thing. Is there a way to get like the top level domain so that we can get rid of all subdomains essentially? One could split it by the dot and just use the right by the... Yeah, that's probably not going to work with UTF-8 domains. Oh boy, why does it have to be so hard? Okay, you know what? For now, it doesn't even matter. We're just gonna leave it at that. We're just gonna we are just... How do we handle this? Is there a... Okay, wait a second. There's gotta be JavaScript URL top level domain. How to get base domain from URL. Okay, of course I'm not the only one who's doing that. And weird cookie location split. Yeah, okay, that is the obvious solution, right? But that's like, would that work on UTF-8 stuff? I guess I will if people suggest that. Although maybe I'm trusting people a bit too much in this case. How to extract TLD from URL? Origin split pop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, then you get... The problem is, yes, there's like co.uk and all the other business, which is... can be subdomains, or it might not even be there. So it might be like reddit.com without www. Oh boy, okay. How the hell do you properly handle it? Is that even... Can you even do that? Like it seems like there's so many edge cases in properly handling that's also not gonna work. Top level domain package. Okay. Parse domain. Yes, parse domain. What does this do? Okay, let's see the source code. I don't know. I don't know if I want to install it, but I'm very curious as to holy shit, there are so many files. IP. Okay, yeah. So that seems pretty. Yeah. Okay. I was afraid I would need to do something similar. There are tests. Public suffix. Parse the main test. There we go. IPv. Okay, so this understands everything, right? Understands subdomains. That yeah. Okay, so basically, if you want to do it properly, you take something like that. In our case, I don't really care. We can just augment the other links as well, which is not a major issue for us. Okay, cool. So we have those URLs, right? Yeah, so we got the link. Link is our. So this is this will log the DOM node that was found, right? No, it won't. Why is it? Oh, right, because I didn't refresh. God damn it. I keep forgetting that I have to reload. Clear the errors. We should no longer have any errors, theoretically. Okay, so we should now have a list of DOM nodes that were found. Yeah, there we go. There they are, right? Okay, so this is some ads thing that I don't think I even see because of the ad blocker. And then we got this one that is the interesting one, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna augment it, right? So we need to say that we say link parent append, and then we append something. Okay. Function create summarize button. Okay. And then we're gonna basically append create summarize button. That is gonna be link get attributes. So we create it with a URL, right? So we say, okay, here's the URL. Right, so we no longer need this console log. Okay, so we do that. We no longer need this. So this should return the new element. Okay, const element document create elements. This is gonna be let's go with a button, I guess. Element text content summarize. Okay, that's probably gonna look ugly as hell, but let's give it a shot. Theoretically, we should now be able to see a button right next to our. Yeah, there you go. There's our summarize button, right? Probably good idea to see. How do I style? Right, so we need some style for the button. Or some tailwind is my go-to thing for styling. So we're just gonna take tailwind UI and just gonna copy. So they have free components. I think they should have some free buttons there. Yeah, there you go. There's code. No, we don't need code. We want this button, and we want to just. There is, yes, this is the button. We want computed style. I know that that's way too much style, and it's also all destroying. What the hell is going on with my. What is this? Edge. What is going on? Okay, can I copy the whole style of the element? There's gotta be copy selector styles. There you go. I knew that's a thing. Okay, yeah, right. That is. Oh, right. I guess it's. So we can also inject CSS, right? Says content style CSS. Okay, so I'm gonna create content style CSS. We're gonna say summary button. We're gonna do that. That is a whole lot of variables. I think that should work in theory, right? Because it doesn't seem to rely on anything else. We're gonna do that, and then basically we're gonna use that summary button class. So we're gonna say class name equals summary button. I think that should do it. We're going to see in a second. Maybe I'm screwing something up, but we're going to see. I mean, it's probably also going to be extremely big because I copied the hero button. Yeah, I mean, close enough. What is this? Okay, there's some Reddit errors. That is not interesting. Okay, yeah, I mean, we're getting there, just a bit smaller. Okay, tab size, we don't care. Text adjust, yeah, we can leave that. Font is fine. So where is this huge sizing and huge text size? Line height, okay, so we can kill the line height. Font size 1 rem, that is fine. Padding, yes, let's make it 1.5, or maybe 1. Maybe 1 is enough. Padding top, padding bottom, decrease it by 25%. Yeah, that seems fine. So let's give it a shot. So reload that. I mean, theoretically, I should have probably fired up the... I don't think those will work. Well, I mean, they did work. There you go. So you see, it works fine. Okay, yeah, obviously this styling is... Is it flex or something? What's going on with that? Display, yeah, okay, it's flex. We do not want flex, we want block. Oh, right, God, I need to refresh that. So theoretically, we should now have a nice block button that, well, it still scales. Is it still flex? Or is the layout flex or something? Display block, oh, it has width 100%. Yeah, okay, that is fair. We don't need that, we don't need that. Okay. All right, so we are like 90% there. We just need to now send requests to our server. Okay, let me see. Yep, that works. So I no idea what this does. Okay, let's not delve into that. There's a lot of ironing things out to be done, but that's fine. Okay, so this works. They are empty without a value. Yes, yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. So we basically, what we need to do now is we have our server running locally, right? And since the content script is injected to Reddit, we cannot just, I mean, we actually can just fetch localhost, right? We can. We just need to add Python bottle course. That's what we just need to add course, and then we can just do it without any additional things. I was thinking that, like, oh god. Oh no, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Oh boy, okay. Well, I mean, we can go with the course plugin, but I feel like it's okay, so course. Okay, bear with me for a second. Let me just disable that. I can't. That is too much. I mean, theoretically, yes, you can summarize everything. I mean, there's probably a better UI out there with something like a button here that when then you highlight something and then it summarizes things. Okay, so we want to send, okay, wait a second, Python bottle response headers is what we want to do. We want to send response headers. Headers, no, we want response headers. Okay, and it's a header dict. Okay, so in server we want to say response headers, right? And this is a dict. Okay, we got response over here. Right, and now we need the correct course headers. Origin. Okay, so what are the correct course headers? Okay, question. Would this work? Oh man, we also need pre-flights. Oh god damn it. Okay, that's not gonna do it manually. Python bottle course. We're gonna do it with the plugin because I guess, is that enough? Would that be sufficient? Ah, okay, so basically if we're a pre-flight, then just return, otherwise. Okay, would that be sufficient? Is that enough to just handle everything? Okay, if request method options, then just oh, if it's not options, then we do that, and if it's options, then we do what? We do nothing? Okay, we're gonna return empty string. Okay, let's see. It is options, then we do that, otherwise we do this. Oh boy, okay. Response, headers, content. Yeah, I should probably do that. Whoops. Application, should be small letters, I think, right? So I think that should work. Okay, let me restart that. Give it time to load model, and come on now. Come on. Okay. Are we, does it send the course headers back? And okay, that's the one question. The second, I mean, we can just try querying. Okay, so the headers are there. We got the application JSON, that's fine. Right, so let's go over here and just do fetch HTTP localhost, what was it, 8080 summary, right? And then we do method post headers content is a dash type, right? Application slash JSON, and then we do body JSON stringify URL, and then let's pass the same URL just for the sake of testing, because we know it works. I mean, ideally it probably is a good idea to add some cache. So then response JSON, and then console log await blocked by clients. Okay. Why is it blocked by clients? Post, what blocked it? Failed to fetch? Is it my, oh, okay. My ad blocker was just like, no, you're not allowed to send localhost requests. Blocked by client again. Okay, so did I not allow everything? Okay, how's it going now? Okay, still blocked by client. Yes, we are still blocked by client. I mean, I really, okay, you know what? I'm gonna disable ad block, but Reddit without ad block is very painful. Okay, let's see. So we need to say that origin is whatever, so not star, but whoever is requested. Request. Okay, so we need request. So what do we need? We need bottle request. Yeah, course is a bit of an annoying thing, but I mean, that's a price of security, right? Bottle request origin. There's no example with that? No. Okay. Python bottle request origin. There is absolutely has to be some way to get that. No, that's not, I mean, request origin callback, original callback. No. I mean, okay, we should be able to get request headers, right? And that should print us. So I believe one of the headers should include the location. So let's see. Are we up yet? Come on, load up the model. Okay. What? Where's my headers? No, I mean, that should be request headers. Okay, I mean, we can look at the headers over here, right? There's the pre-flight and request headers origin. Okay, so we theoretically should be able to just do that, right? Why? I wonder why it doesn't print it. Okay, stop it, start it. So we just basically reply to whoever asks us that, hey, your origin is allowed to do stuff. Okay. See? And fetch from origin has been blocked by course policy. Response to pre-flight request doesn't pass access control. No access control allow origin, but isn't it there? Response. Oh, it doesn't set them. What the hell? Response headers return. So where? What? Request method options. Yes. So it theoretically request headers respond. Okay. So why doesn't it return? What is going on here? What am I missing? I probably would have been easier to just. Oh, you can literally do the hook. Oh, that's decorator. Okay. Yeah, let's do the decorator. That seems like a nice way of going about it. And then we just do @enable course, right? App route. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, God, I'm an idiot. Of course. Because we don't have an options method. We had post here only. So that should be route, and then method should be options and post. Right, there we go. And then we do we don't even need enable course here, right? I guess we could just go with enable course. And then here, this goes over here. Okay, and then we can kill that and leave the code over there just to do its own business. Okay, yes, that seems like it should work. Question, yeah, but still this should be route. We should import the correct thing. Bottle have course plugin. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that it has course plugin, but we don't need like full-blown course support. So I'm hoping we could get away with that, but as usual, you know, hoping to get away with something small and instead ending up spending like 20 minutes trying to figure out what's wrong. No, okay, there is now, bottle is not defined. Oh, what did I do? Oh, right, okay, that's what I did. Okay, fix that. We're gonna get there. We're almost there. That's literally the last thing we gotta fix. And after that, we should basically see the summary in the page. Okay, well, there are no more errors, but where is undefined? Oh yeah, there we go. It works. Okay, cool. So that works now, which means that we should be able to, so there's the URL. We say elements on click function. Let's just make it an anonymous function, whatever. And then we're gonna say fetch. Where's my fetch from the browser? I'm just gonna copy the whole thing, right? This is what we want. And then URL is our URL from the scope up. Why are you not formatting it? Hello? Format? No, not formatting. Oh, because, right, async. Of course, there we go. Okay. So theoretically, if I reload this, enable it first, reload that, and go here. So in theory, if we clear this, and if I click summarize now, should probably add some loading states. We should see summary in the log. There we go. Okay, cool. So that does work. What do we need? We need loading state, which means that, okay, const summary. So this is going to be our summary, right? Then I'm going to say element text content loading. So then we're gonna say, why are you not happy? Oh, okay. And then we're gonna say, so basically, let's make it a div, because then we can basically say element text content summary, and then we just need to style it a bit, right? And that should be actually it. Obviously, that is probably gonna look terrible, but let's see how that works out. Okay, right. Let me just close that. Congress seem to have admitted something startling in print. It doesn't believe all UFOs are man-made. The admission is stunning, chiefly because as more information about the US government study of UFOs has become public, politicians have stopped just short of claiming the unidentified objects were extraterrestrial or extra-dimensional origin. Okay, I mean, that seems decent, I guess. This server runs a summarization model. So there's this transformer summarization model based on the, so we're basically using Facebook BART large trained on CNN. Yeah, it just takes the link, then gets the main content using the trafilatura. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. I believe it was Italian or something. So it basically downloads the URL and then extracts the main content and then throws it into Summarizer and summarizes it into short text. Okay, why? All right, the new problem is that the content is loaded. Okay, some of it gets added, but if we navigate, it's not gonna work, right? Because yeah, so this is not gonna work. So we need to change the, well, I guess we need to extend it to add an event listener. Document add event listener. What was it? DOM. What was the event listener? Wait a second. MDN DOM mutate. There is an event listener. Yes, that says there's a mutation event. Well, okay, there is not deprecated one. DOM level 3 event. DOM node inserted. Okay, where is that DOM node inserted? DOM node station event. Yay! I mean, I know. Cross browser support specification. DOM node removed. Yeah, so we want DOM node inserted, right? Why is this sure? Oh, okay, we do not mutation observer. I guess we could just do mutation observer, right? Yeah, but I mean, we don't really care about specific mutations. We just want to see dn dom on, okay, js dom on dom change. Yeah, that's working as intended. Absolutely, just summarize buttons everywhere. Yeah, mutation observer. There's got to be something simpler. I don't want that. It's too much work. But I guess this seems like mutation observer is really the only option. Mutation observer, observe document. Yeah, I guess we do have to use mutation observer. Okay. Well, I was hoping there's a simple event that can do that, but I guess not. Okay, we can kill that. So, okay, that, yes, observer, we don't need that. Okay, copy. All right, so we got, yes, target node is just going to be document. Collapse this. Okay, fallback target is document, so we no longer need that. Config, we can throw it directly over here. We no longer need that. Callback is something we can throw directly over here because our callback is gonna be extremely simple. It literally is gonna just say find and enriched links, right? And we don't really need that. And we don't need to disconnect anything because we're gonna be listening forever. Okay. Now the problem is if we just leave it as is, it's gonna add buttons on every page change, which means that every frigging link is gonna have 300 different buttons, right? Yes, I'm gonna push it to GitHub at least, right, Dennis, so you will be able to look at the source code there. Set attribute data summary. Let's just do all right. I think it works like that, right? And get attribute data summary equal 1, then we just continue. So we're going to ignore already annotated buttons, right? And then mark as annotated. I guess we should do that after we append the button to be more consistent. Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, that works. So if we click on technology, and yes, it does work. Okay, cool. So scanning students' homes during remote testing is unconstitutional. And that is right. Okay, so we need to prevent default events because otherwise, yeah. Okay, event prevent default. Let's try that again. Okay, otherwise it's gonna count as, because sometimes they might bind things on. Right, I should probably reload that. Errors. Elements, text, content, loading. Oh, right. I guess this is the old. I refreshed it too quickly and it was like, oh, I broke. Okay, let's see. No, still not. But where's my stuff? Where's my buttons? Okay, there we go. And if I click, no, not that. If I click that, god damn it, Reddit. This will stop immediate propagation fix that? Oh, here's the question. What is the order here? Okay, reload that. Reload that. Clear the errors. Okay, elements, text, content. Yeah, that seems like it should be working. Reload. Okay, let's see. Okay, there we go. Now it works. Any errors? No errors. So theoretically, we should see the summary here. Yep. Yelp is adding a label to business pages for craziest pregnancy centers. Okay, does this work? Yeah, I mean, if you don't stop propagation, basically whatever is, so the event is going to bubble, right? So even if you prevent the default, well, okay, whoa, oh boy. Okay, so we got out of index. Right, so I guess some of the things we're throwing at it are not quite working quite well. Right, we should probably catch some errors there. That is, I don't know. I mean, theoretically, there is a lot of things we could add, basically. Failed. Yeah, okay, so we need to catch. I guess we could just do that. Try catch error if, okay, press status. I think it is like not 200. Throw new error. Could not summarize. Okay. Const summary or JSON. That should be awaited. Okay, so that is, yeah. error summarizing. Okay. Right. So this article, scanning students' homes, is what errors out, right? So let's see. Right. I probably should reload that. Clear. Reload. Okay, let's reload the page. All right. But I think this is basically, so we need to figure out. Hello, where are my buttons? Okay, now the buttons are no. What is going on? Where did all my buttons go? Station is just like, no, I'm done with you. I'm not gonna summarize anything. Okay, there we go. So this thing, let me just make some space. This one seems to be, yep, breaking it. Okay. Why is it breaking it? So we got the same index error, index out of range self. Okay. Hugging face. Let's see. Whoops. What does that error mean? Is it I'm just out of resources or something, or what's going on? That is okay. Not new. Driver. Okay, NVIDIA SMI. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it might. Yeah, I did update the GPU drivers recently. It might be because of that. It's mildly annoying. I mean, I am using gaming drivers, which is, you know, suboptimal for machine learning, but hey. By PyTorch, so it might be a PyTorch issue. Okay. Pip install -i torch. Maybe I just need wait a second. PyTorch. I remember I used the nightly torch because I needed it for something. So we're gonna pip nightly Linux Buddha 16.11.6. I think that was it. Yeah, it might be the no, I mean the summarization itself works fine, so this definitely. Oh, right, okay, of course. I need to pass -i because otherwise it won't re-download it even if there is a new version available. So the problem is that I was playing with, oh yeah, right, I was using the NLLB 200 model from Facebook, that is the machine translation between 200 languages. And to use it, you actually require to download like a bunch of nightly packages, including nightly PyTorch, because they had some changes to it. So it might be that I just have a broken PyTorch version. We're gonna update it and see if that helps. Okay, 2 gigs, quite nicely downloaded. Hopefully the stream didn't lag too bad. Oh boy, okay, there we go. There's like 25 different packages updated. Okay. Right, let's see if that fixes it. So we can, this one, right? So we can just open that. I don't actually need any other stuff. And we can, come on now, install. But yeah, basically, if this works, I think it will be a nice wrap to a stream. This thing works. And yeah, again, I'm honestly surprised how good summarization is. Pip dependency resolver does not take into account all the packages. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. We are good. Python app. Okay. Where's my button again? Why is it not always? Doesn't seem to be always working. Wonder why. Interesting. Okay. Anyway, that's like that's a bug to resolve for a different time. Okay, so server is up. Click summarize now. Nope, out of index. Okay. Vocab size, bird case, model vocab size. You can try config vocab size. Okay, no, that's not it. Is there any way we can change the limit / document? Yeah, okay, so there's basically some limits to the sequences, and there's no way currently to tweak it as far as I understand, which is a bit annoying. I guess this is why it fails. I mean, we could try to like trim it or something, but that sounds a bit silly. There really no way around that. Okay, you know what? Let me just disable the extension for now so that we can properly Google that error. Bird fine tuning index out of sight. Yeah. That's exactly the error we have. I can see the tokenizer. No, I mean, we are using the right tokenizer, right? So this is... Okay, we're using summarization pipeline that is auto-constructed by transformers by using the BERT large CNN model. I do sample, no, okay. I mean, there's literally not that much. See the Hugging Face pipelines. There is summarization pipeline. There we go. All right, so what are the parameters? Model, tokenizer, framework, tasks, numworks, batch size, device. Can it be, take a look at actually link, maybe it's endlessly long? No, no, I mean, it shouldn't be. I mean, if, so basically the, okay, I mean, that's a good point, but let's try, there's our app. So let's see, print, let's just print content once it gets. It shouldn't be endlessly long. I mean, the package I'm using to get main content, this Trafilatura thing, is pretty good. Like, it has a really high accuracy. So it shouldn't, in theory... I mean, it is big, but it's not that big. It's even like medium-sized thing, right? Seems like, yeah, it's really good at extracting main content, actually. That's surprising. That's a really cool package. Discovered something today. Okay, so device, binary output, batch size, task. So, okay, can we pass it? Yeah, I mean, so basically the problem is that, as it says here in the comments, there is a vocabulary limit, and so you have a tokens limit, right? And how the hell do we go around that? Yeah, so I'm not the only one having that problem with this specific model. I guess you could manually assemble it by passing parameters, but that's like an hour more of work essentially. Yeah, so you have to assemble config manually, then pass the larger tokens limit to make it work, larger vocab size to make sure that it actually works correctly, right? Which is, ugh. Yeah, okay. Anyway, you know what? It's what we can do. We can we can probably just trim it, right? So let me see, summarize text. So we can, I guess, what's the best way to do that? Shortened content. Essentially, we want some sort of wait a second. So yeah, we can do something. We can do like a simplistic thing. Python split into sentences. There's the NLTK. I keep forgetting how's it called. Yes, NLTK tokenizer English. Well, yeah, I mean, model is probably English anyway, so we're gonna go with that. Shorten, let's call it shorten py. Shorten text. So we're gonna load the tokenizer, and then tokenizer, tokenized data. Wait a second. Okay, this is some really bad suggestions over there. So yeah, there you go. That's what we want. Send tokenizer. Okay, sentences from text. Import, okay, from an LTK import tokenizer. I think that's all we actually need. We don't need to specify which one. And then we're gonna return. That's a good question. How much do we return? I don't know, like 20 sentences or something. And then we need to convert it back into the oh god, okay, an LTK Send tokenize. There is a reverse way of doing it essentially. Okay, yeah, we can actually simplify that. Yeah, so we got that. We can do send tokenize. Yes. And then there is the, oh boy, tree bank, exactly, that's what it's called. And there's the tree bank word tokenizer, and I believe, I mean, we don't actually, yeah, we don't actually care about it. We can just join them. What am I'm overthinking everything, god damn it. So from shorten import shorten text. So we're gonna say shorten text content. And then we're gonna say shorten, yeah, I mean, I guess I should do it here. Right, I don't remember how to join. Python join strings. And list of strings. Yes, that's what I want. Yes, okay, it's token and then join and then list. So we're gonna say join. Gonna do /n just so that every sentence is in a new line. And this, okay. Print. Okay, let's just see. That's it's a terrible way of doing it because we're gonna lose a lot of content there. But yeah, like I guess if we had more time, we could spend. I guess if I had more time, we could spend some time fixing the pipeline, right? Or I guess assembling it manually and passing the correct parameters. But that is, yeah, that's like a couple of hours of work. Okay, yeah, that is a very big article, and yeah, that seems fine. So that seems to be working. Error summarizing. What? How is that error summarizing? What happened? Wait a second. Why is it erroring out when it's not, should not be erroring out? 200. Okay, it does some. So why is it? Wait, did I screw up my JavaScript somehow? Press status. And okay. What am I checking wrong in this case? Okay, reload that. Come on now. In summarize. All right. So I guess this is the last. This is the last check, right? Yeah. Okay. So status 200. Not equal. Yeah. If it's not 200, then error could not summarize, right? Yes. Otherwise. Oh, god damn it. Yeah. Of course. It's something like a typo there. That's what you get when you don't set up ESLint to properly warn you about undeclared variables, unused variables, and all that business. I think that should work now. Yeah, that works. I mean, obviously it's gonna decrease the quality of summarization because we throw out parts of the article, right? But theoretically, that should work fine, right? So it should be okay. I mean, if you think about it logically, majority of articles do put the most important bits first, at least in the first half, right? So we should be good. Focus on profit and quality. Yeah, that seems decent. Let's try a few more and see how good it is. I mean, I don't really want to do it in parallel because that's probably going to blow up my computer. New York State Senator introduced a bill that aims to improve safety around massive trucks and SUVs. Bill introduces language. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that works. Okay. Well, cool. So I would basically call it a wrap. No, what? No. Console log. Yes, so run on page load. An observer to run on page changes. Okay. Kill those prints because we don't need them. Okay, cool. I'm gonna commit that. And probably go here. Right, we should write a readme file as well. Git ignore, commit finalize basic version. Okay. And right, let me just throw in some readme file and yeah, definitely. I mean, it's still surprisingly easy to do that. But yeah, like if you want fine tuning, if you want specific tweaks, if you want more in-depth stuff, then it's a lot more effort than just, you know, throwing together, like taking existing module and or taking existing model and then just using it basically. Anti-clickbait browser extension. Building anti-clickbait browser. Okay, I should have the URL somewhere. Oh yeah, right in Discord. Yes, we do have a Discord, so if you want to join and discuss or ask questions, then you are more than welcome. This is an exploration of nation techniques to combat anti-clickbaity titles. There you go. Okay, so we have used Hugging Face, and I mean that's pretty much the only thing. I mean, I guess theoretically we have also used some other stuff, but you know what, that's fine. That's good enough. I got it. Let's git commit add readme file. Okay, now we just need to create a GitHub repo and we're basically done. Again, guys, if you have any questions, suggestions, or anything that you want to ask about whatever happened right now or anything else, just feel free to throw it in the chat. We'll be more than happy to answer them. Where is, yes. Summarizes. Public, okay. Yes, we're good, I think. Okay, git branch -m main, git push u origin main, and there you go. Okay, so the code is now on GitHub, so if you're curious about all that mess that we just made here, you can go ahead and look at it. Really cool that we were able to build this in relatively short amount of time. That is, so basically, those people, the Hugging Face, are doing insanely good work on simplifying machine learning for engineers. Like if you have bare bones understanding of how machine learning works, right? And you sort of know what you need to do and which models to take and how to use them, you can do that with like 4 lines of code. It's insane what they've built, and they're I think they have like several billion valuation right now, which totally justified in my opinion. They keep pushing it, and it's incredible. Like the stuff they do is really, really cool, and this is what makes it possible to build it in such a short amount of time. So yeah, that was good. I'm honestly surprised how good the modern summarization algorithms got. That was like, last time I tried text summarization was, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, and that was not very good. But I guess transformers changed natural language processing. That is just insane. Didn't know about Hugging Face until you talked about it a couple streams ago. Yeah, I think they are like very, I mean, even though they are really, really big, they're still very niche tool set, I guess you would call them, or library or community question mark. So they are only widely known in machine learning circles. So like anyone who does machine learning knows about that. But yeah, outside of that, it's like people like Hugging what? What are you talking about? had a few. They also, like, the cool thing is they have these spaces. So if you heard about something cool, you can go ahead and try it. Like here's, for example, a stable diffusion demo, which is this is basically open source DALL-E 2, but slightly different, obviously. So, and you can just go ahead and try it here. So like a hacker cat on a keyboard, vaporwave, retro, futuristic, digital art. I don't know. Yeah, there's like 10 people in queue. That's gonna take way too long. But the fact is, they provide a ton of free demos that run those really large models somewhere else, and you can just try it. And okay, obviously, sometimes you have to wait a bit because some demos are super popular, but it is very cool. Like there is a ton of very cool things. Latest hotness is, I feel, AI generated images, which is super cool and interesting. Yeah, I think like the coolest thing about Stable Diffusion is that while they do have the Dream Studio, so like you have this thing, where you can just go ahead and they give you some credits and you can like play around, you can get prompts and it's relatively fast. You can like tweak things and see the images. They also published the models. Like you can literally, somewhere here, there should be a link. Yeah, there's a model card. Yeah. So there you go. There's a Stable Diffusion version 1.4 model. If you have a GPU that is big enough to run this, you can run it locally. And it's like also like 10 lines of code with transformers. Like this is all you need. This is insane. And you just like, hey, there it works. Yeah, so it's just crazy. Now we just need to wait for AI learn to play Valorant, so we won't need friends anymore. I mean, technically there is quite a bit of research into the what do you call it? The what do you call them correctly? It's like learning agent or something along those lines. Basically, the self-aware programs that learn to play, or I guess self-aware. Calling them self-aware is not quite correct, but basically the machine learning models that can learn to play games using reinforcement learning more often than not, right? So you just basically create a reward function for them and they do something and sort of stumble around and try and play. There were some absolutely hilarious videos about synthetic cases for those models. Like I remember one of the things where when they tried to teach the thing to play the game where one of the, so there was like a stupid AI that just chases you, right? And the model had to run away from him. And the model at one point figured out that if the model closes the chasing AI in a room with like walls and boxes and everything, the chasing AI will not be able to catch it because it's literally just stuck inside, right? And the model itself is outside. And this was like one of the outcome of the training, which was absolutely hilarious. But yeah, the whole thing is really cool. Okay, anyway. Code is now on GitHub. If there is no more questions or suggestions, then I guess we can just wrap it up here. I don't think that, yeah, this is going to take like a few more minutes to generate because there's too many people. But that was a good, fun stream. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a bit of something. And yeah, if you have any questions, suggestions, or whatever, join Discord and ask there. Yes, the progress in the past few years on text processing and natural language processing is just insane. I completely agree with you. It still blows my mind every time I see language models or transformer-based models do things to text. But here we are. So once again, thank you guys very much for watching, and I see you next time.